on, good family? You're tapped into another raw, real, and unapologetically unfiltered episode of the Real Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where truth grabs the mic and sugarcoating gets left at the door. It's your sis behind the boards, Banat Shalahaya, holding it down and keeping it tight and making sure everything stays in motion. This is it, family. The final episode of the Truth Be Told Flex podcast as you know it. Been a wonderful run, growth, revelations, conversations that shook the rooms. New chapter is loading, so don't get it twisted. This isn't the end of the mission. It's just the remix. Until then, buckle up and stay locked in. And of course, you already know who's in the building. The dynamic duo, Shir Yeshub Judah and Ayo Ben Yahoo, bringing straight heat, solid facts, and truth you can't scroll past. Tonight, we're spilling sports, diving headfirst into our signature segment, Beyond Critical Race Facts, where we say what the mainstream won't say and where they're scared to step. So wherever you're listening, the car, the couch, or the cut, lock in, guard your spirit, and brace yourself. All right, the truth hits with no rewind button. This is the Real Truth Be Told Flex podcast.
Right, I was trying to do something like I can't get it together, but yo, we are here. I love y'all, as the wife has said. This is the final of live broadcast on Wednesday nights, man. This has been a journey. I cannot tell you how much of a journey this has been. I have learned so much. I have built great relationships with so many different people. Dr. Balls, 1968. Damn it, boy.
Yeah.
Boy. What
we are identical twins.
Where the hell these people be coming from, man? This is the last show. I'm subject to come unhinged tonight, man. You better leave me alone. Hey, out of here. Out of here, man, please. Please get them up out of here, man. I think they robots, man.
They agents. I don't want this to be the last show. Welcome to the show. Yeah, man. I don't know. That's another thing, boy. The Gregorian 2025. We're gonna leave rage baiting in 2025, man. I gotta stop trying to rage bait folks. And 20 bags of popcorn left. Oh boy.
Get his ass up out of here.
Let me find out. Let me find out.
Oh, sad, man. Don't boo us, Jamil, man. Don't boo us. We will be back, brother. We will be back, man. Yeah. We just talked to Wani, man.
Wani popped through in the pre-show backstage. Made an appearance, didn't he?
And told us that he is ready to run the podcast as soon as he. That's what he said, man. Jamie, how you doing?
That's what he said.
That is what he said. Please do run them reruns up, because they not going anywhere, man. They're not going anywhere at all. Man, I can't tell you enough, man. I couldn't pay you enough, dude. If I had it monetarily, I would not be able to pay you enough, man, for what you have done for the podcast. This day would have been done happen a long time ago if it hadn't been for you, man. So, I appreciate you, man, for all that you have done for Truth Be Told Flex podcast. This is a family. This is more. You was more than a co-host to me. You family, bro. So I appreciate you, man, for sure.
Yeah, man. You know it. Again, June of 2022. I was going through a rough time in my life. podcast some challenges, and this show is what this podcast family share. You and you just bringing a brother on board really helped me climb back out of the muck and mire clay, and here we are.
Yeah,
almost 4 years later, man. 150 something episodes. I think my first show was episode 56 or 57.
Come on now.
And I think this is episode 209 or 210. So that's a blessing, man. That's a blessing, bro. Yeah. That's a blessing, man.
Yeah.
You know what?
Shaka Boom, you already know it, man. Me and Shaka Boom we be sharing the recipes. You had them cucumbers with, I ain't tried it yet, but you put that peanut butter on it. I looked and I was like, peanut butter? Oh, cucumbers? I don't. I was like,
man, my wife is like the food MacGyver. She can make a meal out of anything. And it just don't be a meal. It be good. You be like, I ain't on it. She been making her own spices.
Man, it's great to know that, man, that we have, and that's always been the goal, truth be told, too, man, that if we could help somebody, one person, you know what I'm saying, I felt like we did what we were supposed to do in Jamil. You are my brother as well, man. Like, hey, it's through Truth Be Told Flex podcast that I got to know who you were. And when I say no, I mean that in all regards, no. You the dude, my guy. And yeah, so we gonna continue to keep in touch as well, man. So yeah, love you, brother. Love you. Mm-hmm. Hey, Shaka Boom, I just found out about how potent and how great ginger is. I just ate my first piece of ginger. I got me a little small piece, not quite a thumb. But I just found out about that ginger, man. I'm about to start implementing that ginger and lemon peel to my diet, man. My daughter just told me a while ago, she said, you feel, what she say? What did she call it? I forgot how she said it, but I done lost a lot of weight since I've been eating differently. Mm-hmm. And so I said, I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna get the weight back. It's just gonna come back in a different manner, though, man. But eating right, though, man, I can for real tell the difference in my vitality and my energy and just life in general, man. I can tell the difference for real. Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. Yeah, man. That eating healthy and eating right is where it's at, bro. Definitely will see a difference, man.
Mm-hmm. Yup. But before we just get into it, man, I would love to hear from you, Ayo, before we get out, and you, but not before we get out. If y'all got anything that y'all want to say, please do. Please do. Or would y'all like to save it at the end or whatever?
Man, all I know is in a couple hours here, man, the Most High is about to bless me to be 48 years young. And, we don't celebrate, but I do acknowledge the Most High because he definitely has, like I said, man, this is since 2022 and up to now, man, it's been a good ride, but I'll save all that to the end. But I'm glad to be here, man. I'm glad to be here.
You got it.
I'm glad to be here.
You got it. We got 2 likes from Jamil on both phone version and a laptop version. And y'all follow the ways of Jamil the Trunk Rattler. Go over there and give us another like, man.
Right. It ain't gonna hurt. It ain't gonna cost you nothing.
Get over there and give us another like.
It's gonna cost you nothing. Nathaniel.
What's going on right now? Y'all don't judge me because I do got it posted up to my right or to my left. Y'all don't know, but it is posted up. I am tuned in, but I also got what's going on tonight going on. And I do remember my man said that Ohio State just might get beat.
Because they got out of this.
I didn't see it. I told him, no, ain't no way. Because I had Ohio State winning this whole thing, man. Don't look like that's going to happen.
It's 14 Nathan.
It is.
But they look like Miami is about to punt the ball. So,
yeah.
Let's see if Ohio State can get
got
back
it posted
in.
up too somewhere to the left or to the right.
I got it to the right. I got it
to the
I got the sports ticker.
So I really got to stay on it tonight. Keep y'all on track.
I'm gonna be on track.
I'll be on track. You ain't got to reel us back in, sis.
I'm gonna earn my quote unquote check.
Last check.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm stay on track. I ain't gonna be like these trains to be derailing and stuff in the cities.
Boy,
The chemicals and stuff.
just had a nothing.
They had another, say. Oh no, what's going on? I ain't never in my life heard of so many train derailments, man.
No.
Maybe it always has happened and they just wasn't reporting it.
Right.
But it's Oh yeah. Let's get it going. That was the kickoff for the sports talk. You got anything else you want to add to it, brother?
Tonight, Miami, Ohio State, 14-0 already, second quarter, 5 minutes and 55 seconds to halftime. Tomorrow, you got the slate of games. You got Oregon matched up against Texas Tech. You got Alabama and Indiana. And then you also got Georgia and Ole Miss. That Georgia-Ole Miss will be a rematch from Week 7. I want to say Georgia won 45-35 over Ole Miss. So that's going to be a good one. Texas Tech, Oregon, that'll be a good one. I think Texas Tech could pull out on Oregon. I think Georgia will beat Ole Miss. And I think Bama, with the adversity that they've had to face all year, I think Bama will beat Indiana.
I'm in agreement with you on all of those. I am. I'm in agreement with you on all of those. So, and I know it's never good when everybody agree on the same thing and they end up the same way, right? But yeah, I agree with you on all of those.
Right.
Yeah. But with that being said, who you think gonna come out with the trophy at the end?
I got a feeling it's gonna be Georgia.
Georgia.
I think Georgia Bulldogs will win this whole thing. We'll see how tonight go. I think if Miami can keep it together against Ohio State, again, like I said last episode, it's a rematch of the 2003. Miami was about to celebrate, but they had a pass interference call against Ohio State with like a minute to go. I believe they ended up not scoring, and it went to overtime, and in overtime, Ohio State won in the 2003 national championship. So it's been 20 years for Miami. It's been a long time since they've been back.
That they got less than 6 minutes to get within a touchdown before halftime. They do that, and they did defer too. So they had to get the ball in the second half. Yeah. So if they can score and make it a one possession game before halftime, they might make a game out of it in the second half. But it's not. It looked like one team came to play and one team
still sleep from that. To lose that national conference championship, the Big Ten conference championship against Indiana, to have a couple weeks off and now playing this game, that hangover from that game they lost against Indiana, it just seems like they, I don't know, they just asleep, they flat, they just not playing the same. So we'll see.
Yeah, they playing like bums. And like I was telling you too before it was time to start, I was getting ready to get on Texas because you was campaigning that you should have been in this college football playoff in the CFP with the 3 losses that you have, and especially losing against Florida. And you wasn't blowing out Michigan. They didn't actually put together a blowout into the fourth quarter. You're supposed to come up in this joker and prove why you should have been in it. You know what I'm saying? It took them a long time to do it, but they finally did. But I'm gonna tell you something too with Texas. That gum announcers, man, be making me so goddamn mad talking about that Arch Manning, dude. Like, y'all show me that you do have the ability to pick out strong points in certain players, to prop them and to make them look like they are worthy to go to the next level. So why don't you do that consistently with all players? You dig what I'm saying? Because we're not saying that Arch is garbage, because he has come a long way, and that's a testament also to the coach at Texas, which I felt like he was gonna bring Arch through, right? But man, they are already next season has not. This season hasn't ended yet. When they are talking about Arch being a Heisman Trophy, running for the Heisman Trophy next year. This stuff is like, just let the dude play, let him develop, and let us as fans enjoy what we are seeing. Because what that do for people like me, it started making me have animosity for the player, and it ain't even the player's fault.
Right. It make you not like the player because everybody big up in them so much, and it's like the player ain't even do. They just trying to play and just live their life and go to school. You gotta. They still a student. First, they go to college. They're not. I mean, they getting paid a little bit of money, but they're not in the NFL. But these pundits, these pundits and talking heads, they bring the politics into it, and it make you not. They say stuff that they know you going to disagree with. That's their job. That's what they aim to do, like Stephen A. Smith, Kirk Herbstreit, those guys like that. Like, come on, man. Arch ain't really showed me, he just got hopefully this year he has that breakout year that they always thought he was going to have. But up until now, he's a mid.
But they did, man. I tell you this, while we still on sports, man, it ain't been a good 2-3 days for them Dig brothers.
Oh man, boy. Jeez, bro. What is going on? Them boys.
Dig brothers going through, man.
Stefan, he's allegedly strangled the chef. Didn't pay her and strangle her. Now he's got a lawsuit pending with that. And then Stefan was released and cut by the Cowboys, only to get what I think the Packers claimed him off waivers
earlier today.
So we'll see how it go.
With him,
Packers love Cowboys, don't they? The Packers love Cowboys, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do.
He decided he asked to stay after the game.
Right.
And he was told he couldn't. Yeah. He did it anyway. Well, his reason for wanting to stay was to spend time with his family. This is why I always like to wait and let stuff come out so you can get a full story. Because when you initially hear it, you like, how garbage can you be? Tell the dude he can't stay with the family, right? And I mean, it ain't like y'all going back to prepare for anything. The season pretty much over with you not making it to the playoffs. They told him no, but he stayed back anyway. He actually wanted to go to some concert of some artist that I ain't never heard of before. And that's exactly what he did. So when he got back, they asked him, why did you stay back? Give us some proof that you stayed with the family, you was opening gifts, and he couldn't produce anything. Well, whoever concert that he went to, they actually posted a picture of him together. Now, this is the thing, which I know for sure, and I'm sure Jamil know as well. When you are a professional athlete on these teams, everything that you do, they know about. They know when you go to the restroom. They know what kind of water. If you drink regular water, distilled water, or tap water, it ain't nothing at you because they are investing millions in you.
Yeah.
Right?
When they start asking them kind of questions, they're not asking you because they want to know the answer. They asking to see what answer you're going to give them.
Exactly.
They already know the answer. Like you said, they just trying to see is Well, I hate to say it, is the product or the person we're investing in. Can we trust you to keep? Because at the end of the day, guess what? They're still having to protect the brand.
The
You
brand.
are not bigger than the brand.
Yup.
Yeah.
Shaq learned that quickly with the Lakers. Him and Kobe weren't getting along. Shaq requested a trade. They was like, okay, you know what? You got
Bye.
it. And Shaq was
Yup.
like, wait a minute, it's that easy? Yeah, we don't like what you've been doing behind the scenes anyway. He was
Yup.
like, how did y'all know that stuff? You don't have a personal life no more.
You don't.
You
Nope.
don't.
You do not. And it's crazy as say it. They know everything about you before they draft. On them draft days, when
already
it
know.
come to draft, man, boy, they be knowing if you were a Marvel underwear or not. If you know what I'm saying.
Bro, they know it all. They know everything.
It's obviously on a much larger scale with the NFL, but I can tell you just from a company standpoint, when you get ready to hire somebody, 9 times out of 10, they looking at your social media profiles. They looking to see who you hang out with. They looking to see what kind of posts you have. So they already know to some degree what they're getting.
Yep.
Now it's up to you to determine if you're going to go with the narrative that you have on your social media. Does your social media really fit you, or are you some other character, right? Are you some other person? But let me know.
So with him staying back in line the way that he did, you know what I'm saying? And they
Got to
asked
go.
him, do you think this may be your last, that might have been your last game? He said, yup, unfortunately so. And you could tell he hurt too.
Yeah.
You listen to any of his interview, but hey, like I said, my mama always told me that there are consequences to every action, whether good or bad. Every action is going to produce a reaction, man. So when you do stuff, right, are you prepared for what comes with what it is that you do? Are you prepared for that? Because I know I was that kid. I always knew what could come, and I would always make up in my mind if I'm prepared for it or not.
Right.
Yeah, I made up in my mind if I'm prepared. Hey, am I prepared for what's coming with this, or if I do it? You know what I'm saying? I've always been like that.
Right. Preparing your mind for what the outcome is going to be.
Yo,
smart.
Yeah, I done did some stuff, boy, and I knew what come with it.
Yep.
But I made the decision. Not blind though, you know what I'm saying? That's why it always amazed me when I be seeing these dudes, these YNs out here doing stuff, and then they get caught and go to jail. They in the courtroom crying.
Carrying on.
What did you expect? You know what I'm saying?
Right. What did you expect was going to happen? You know what? In that case, they don't prepare their mind like you used to do or like we do now. They really don't think they're going to get caught. Like, they really convince themselves, I'm not going to get caught.
They're not going to get caught, yeah.
And that's the difference between us and this generation. Like you said, you used to prepare your mind. All right, if I do this, I know there's going to be 2 outcomes. Let me prepare myself for both of them.
Yep.
And you still here to testify about it.
That video that you posted with that young man who got all them charges. Yeah. I had to ask, was she even try?
Man.
The way he was staring her down, you would have thought she was the one who did all the dirt.
Somebody commented on that before they blocked it on YouTube. They would they said, why dude staring at the lawyer like that?
Yeah, he was looking a hole through her face.
Wasn't he though?
Yeah, that's wild.
He was big man.
Indeed,
Big man.
Big man.
Indeed.
Yeah, big man.
All right,
So that's all I got for sports, man.
Yeah.
Going through it too, though. But we can go and move on. But he's starting to have a hard time, man.
Yeah.
I think his number about to be called.
Yeah, nigga 41. His number, you just time to hang it up, bro. The Lakers was winning until when he came back from the sciatica.
That's what it is right now, man. That's what it is. But y'all bet when he leave and with Luca, y'all better get somebody who can play some defense though, man. Cause right now, man, y'all are
No D.
y'all remind me of the days of Donnie Nelson. I don't know if you remember. You remember Donnie Nelson? Head coach of Mavericks.
Yeah.
Donnie Nelson, he'll run you out the court on offense.
We ain't playing no defense.
He ain't playing no D.
Y'all, all right, y'all got it.
Yeah.
Y'all got it. Go ahead.
Bring
the ball back down.
Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, I don't know, boy. Yeah, Bron about to go through it, man. He better go through it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
what we got, baby?
So I don't have a talk amongst yourselves, but I do have a few things to hit on that shaped our discussions this year before we roll into our heavy hitters for all over 2025. So if you guys will recall, this was the year that Sean Combs was charged with all of his court circuits, basically robbery, witness tampering, forced labor, transportation and inducement for prostitution, drug distribution, possession, sex trafficking by force, fraud, and coercion, plus transportation for prostitution. We had the National Guard being deployed in LA, as well as other major cities. Senator Ted Cruz claiming that America had a moral duty and obligation to stay with Israel. Elon Musk and Donald Trump broke up. Bradford James Gill, a resident of Acton, Michigan, stabbed 11 people in a Walmart. BET suspended the Hip Hop and Soul Train Awards, thank goodness. President Trump ordered the repositioning of 2 U.S. nuclear submarines to appropriate regions near Russia. Charlie Kirk gets unalived, and then Jimmy Kimmel gets canceled. The government shut down. Mark Sanchez allegedly beat up a 60-plus-year-old man. Black entrepreneurs having their ideas stolen. And then last, definitely not least, but this one was another big one, and I think we're going to roll into this topic. Nicki Minaj publicly supporting MAGA, and now there's a petition to deport her.
Yo, great segue.
You going back to Trinidad, child.
Great segue.
Bye-bye.
Hate to tell you.
Where you came from, girl?
Take Erica Kirk with you.
You know, I can't say what she was thinking as we was talking about it earlier. You know what I'm saying? Because she might have had her arm twisted, but yeah, I believe she is about to go back, get up out of here. But I just saw an article a while ago, and I started reading it. But I wasn't able to just get into it like I really wanted to. But MAGA comes in and explains her immigration situation. So I'm gonna get into that when it's after the show is over with, to see what they actually have to say about her immigration situation. But yeah, man, that was weird. Report and deport. There you go.
There's a bunch of that I think would have made more sense, like if we had seen that they were supporting MAGA and had gone on with Erica Kirk, it would have made more sense. Hers didn't quite add up. Like I'm like you, like it didn't quite fit the puzzle that's going on over there. If it had been like a Stacey Dash, Jason Whitlock, some of those people, it would have made sense. Nicki Minaj,
she's been very vocal and criticizing this administration and Donald Trump. Now all of a sudden he's handsome and
fashion.
Like I'm like, what it just sounds like they needed another distraction from these files. They needed another distraction from the way the economy is. They needed another distraction, and just like, hey, even though your brother and your husband both registered, they can't even be around children or on the internet. We need you. You have to do this. And now all of a sudden, she's got this backlash, losing all these followers on IG. She deactivated her IG, and then now her house is under subjection by the judge for this judgment. And now 70,000 signatures to get her deported. Like, it's just ever since that appearance on TPUSA, it's falling apart. And it
Need
was
to-
like,
need to check on her mental state.
yeah, because it was almost like a setup to begin with. Like they just set you up.
Like that's why I was saying that I really feel like I don't. You know, people change, and ideas change. But first off, the Houston Rule, shalom, brother. Thank you for
blessings, bro.
And shalom, brother. Hope you are feeling better as well, man. The grace of the Most High. But you know, people change, but that's too much of a change. You can't go from being as critical as you was with this administration to dashing and handsome, and he has given so many people hope on how to beat the bad guy when just 3, 4, 5 months ago he was a bad guy, in your opinion.
Right.
You even stressed on how scary ICE has been and the deportation because of your situation. So if you was to ask me, do I believe that it was Nikki's idea to be at that event and to support MAGA? My answer would be no. That's why I did 2 videos, one with Erica Kirk shooting fire at her, and I did another one with her shooting darts back at Erica Kirk. If you guys look at that thing, it almost seemed like a duel. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like they was sparring against each other, man. But like I was telling you before the show, they had absolutely nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
She had everything to lose, and she's losing it. You know? And it's like, if this went in their minds, it's like, if this works for us, awesome, right? But this also goes to show you how unintelligent they are too. Because anybody that know anything, Nikki ain't your bait.
No.
Nikki not gonna be, she's not good bait. I don't know what you're trying to catch. You're trying to catch carp, you know what I'm saying? And everybody knows carp, that's garbage fish. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to catch carp, yeah, you can use Nikki. But if you're trying to catch some good fish, right? Some tuna or something, Nikki ain't your bait. And it was like, but if this worked for us, great. But if it don't, oh well, we tried, on to the next. But what is it gonna do to Nikki? Destroy it. Do you think that they care? No. Hey, you figure that out.
Yeah. It could have been one of those situations where they say, hey, you're not making music. You're not really, you don't really have anything popping off right now. A way to get back out there is help us tap into a fan base that we're not used to, which is the urban hood fan base. But I believe it backfired. A lot of the urban and the hoods is like, nah, this don't smell right. The smell test failed. Big time. And instead of saying, I guess the administration was like, hey, if we get Nikki on board, everybody that's her fans, that's in the hood and the Bronx and the New York and the South and Canada and Toronto, or in the United States, everybody may not come on board with this administration and vote for us in the midterms or whatever, but we can get a lot of them that convince a lot of the other ones to come on board. And it's not working out like they thought.
That's how you know that this administration is not an administration of the people per se, because they don't have the right representation and the right people sitting in the room to say, this is a bad idea. This is not who you go get. Obviously, if you're trying to get to a certain demographic, a certain group of people, there are certain folks that you can go get to do that. I don't know that Stacey Dash got canceled a long time ago, so she probably wasn't the right one, and Jason Whitlock ain't the right one either. But I'm sure there are people that you could have gone to get to kind of maneuver into that thing to help whatever they're trying to do, but they don't clearly have the right personnel in place, or somebody who could have told them that is not what you want. That's not the right move. This is not going to land the way you think it is.
Right. Yeah, they got a lot of, to land back on what you said, sis, they got a lot of yes people. Somebody should, like you said, sis, somebody should have said, y'all, this ain't gonna quite work out how Megan Thee Stallion did for Kamala. This ain't gonna work out like that. But everybody was like, oh yeah. And now it's like, ooh, we should, yeah.
They have alienated themselves so much from our community, from our people, that they can't get anybody in their cabinet to direct them towards what's right and what's wrong. Now, that's one thing I can say about the left and the Democrats, right? They might be too left, they might be too liberal, but they still have aligned themselves enough with us to where they will always have a plug.
Yep.
Always have somebody that got, you know what I'm saying, an ear to the ground for them and will help them stay in the know when it comes, whether they understand it or not. They got somebody to tell them, yo, this the move that you need to take when it comes to dealing with black people. And I can guarantee you that this is Trump and his administration don't have that. So what they're doing, they're solely for real going off of feel on what they feel, and what they feel. You see what? Ain't nowhere in the world, Nick. Her name shouldn't even came up in the dadgum briefing room, man.
Right.
That name shouldn't even came up, but they don't know. They old white people, old middle age and old white people. All they know is that at one time she was hot, so she still got to be hot. Yeah, let's get her.
Let's get her. That's exactly what it is. Man, they find out quick.
I've reached out though ahead of time to know that she was even an available option. Somebody knew something about her, knew something that she needs, something that she wants. For them to even have the foresight to say, you know what, let's call Nikki. Somebody in that camp knows something, but they don't have the right personnel to know she wasn't the right fit for what they're trying to do.
Yeah, this marriage is headed for an ugly divorce.
Indeed it is.
Yeah, I can't say I feel sorry for her. I was trying to, but I really can't, regardless of how it panned out. I can't because again it goes back to actions and reactions. You know what I'm saying? Over a whole course of time, Malcolm X said the best. I ain't even got to say all that. At some point, the chicken's coming home to roost.
Yep.
Chicken's coming home to roost, man. So, what we looking at for real is a conglomerate of a whole lot of different actions that it took for you to get to where it is that you at right now. Because like I said in the video that I did about it, I could care less about Nicki Minaj. When it came to me and she always have been canceled. I don't know 3 songs Nicki Minaj has made. And that's real. I don't know. But it do upset me when it come to black celebrities that you get to a point in life where you would do things to alienate the group of people who made you who you are. It's a whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would not be Nicki Minaj without your fan base, which look like me and you. And then you go up there and cross your legs and sit down with the dadgum enemy and call Trump handsome and dashing, then get your back to Trinidad, girl. We don't need you up here no more.
Peace out.
Get out of here.
She's out of here. She gone.
All
Too
right.
long, sis. Black tea in the building.
Black tea in the building.
Doing great things over there. Y'all check this out, man. Y'all check this out. Yeah.
So.
All right. So on from Nicki Minaj. What else we got, Sheer?
Well, something that happened back in 2025, and we are talking Gregorian,
Right. Everybody,
put that out there, right? We're not talking on the Enoch calendar. There ain't no way, we believe in that. The year is about to change. At 12 o'clock tonight, blah, 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 right?
Right.
So we got that out there right out. It shouldn't have to be repeated. My daddy used to say, what's understood don't need no explaining. But we live in a different time. It seems like we got to explain everything nowadays.
Everything. Every time for you say any sentence, you gotta give disclaimers, and that's sad. That's sad. I'm getting old, man. Old people they'll say what they gonna say and don't care about your feelings. You get your feelings hurt, yeah, that's on you.
That's on you. For real. For real. Got that South person come in and be like, why did you say it so rough? What?
What did I say? I just told them how it was.
Yeah, if they
I'm
feel
like that, bro.
Well, oh well. I'm then what I said. Yeah.
She said, well, I've been old.
Exactly, Delta. Exactly. Yeah, my family see all the time that I'm insensitive. I don't think that I am. I really don't. I just
hey.
Trying to, tell it like it is. That's your thought process.
My daughter way up in there tapping. I'm not gonna play no games with you, man.
Don't play.
I just don't play no games. Going back, man, you remember Trump, man? He decided that he wanted to take over Gaza, that strip over there in Gaza, man. And he called it a hellhole, and he wanted to transform it into what he called the Riviera of the Middle East. Ayob tell y'all throughout, go back and look at the reruns. Ayob used to say it all the time. Just listen to them. They will eventually tell you the truth about what they're doing. And Trump got a habit of it.
Yep.
Trump has a habit of it. With that being said, this is one of the reasons I've always said that war that was started over there was planned in order for them to get to this particular point, right? And so, yeah, it looked like it's beginning to come to a fruition that they are about to get that strip over there. Now, is this going to bring a conflict between Israel and America? Because I know Bibi wants the same thing too, though. Bibi want that over there. So how is it going to be divided? What's going to be the agreement on it? Because they done pretty much kicked them folks up out of there. It's between Israel and America now.
Yeah. I don't think what's going to happen between Israel and America is not going to be between Israel and America. It's going to be the outside countries that have either, whether these Palestinians, the ones that were able to stay alive, where they had to flee, and where they have actual lineage ties to Iran, Iraq, other surrounding countries that don't like America or Israel, they're going to be the reason America and Israel butt heads. Because somebody going to have to say something. Because if Iran and Iraq can bring other countries to be like, man, that's messed up what y'all did. Y'all could have just bought the land. Y'all killed them. Y'all unalived them people. And the ones that didn't get unalived, they had to flee here for, refuge. It started with asylum. They had to run to our countries for asylum. Now we got to feed them, take care of them, provide jobs. And y'all wrong. So we can go to war with y'all for doing that. America, that's going to put America and Israel into a corner, because if they rebuild this Gaza Strip and turn it into the Riviera, turn it into Las Vegas times 10, where it's going to be the mecca of gambling and resorts where people travel to, America or Israel can't waste their investment. And if Iran or Iraq threaten to nuke it and destroy all the buildings that they're going to build, so somebody's going to have to make a move. So that's where, to answer your question, that's where America and Israel is going to be turned against each other. Somebody's going to have to jump up and say, all right, Iraq and Iran, no, we're not having that. This is, we got this. That's why I think that's where the conflict, because right now it's looking in America and Israel's favor. Look like the plan is working out.
It is.
But all they take is, like I said, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, all it takes is one of them to be like, nah, the way y'all did Gaza, that's wrong. Now that we think about it, that's wrong.
It reminds me of a text. I'm looking for it right now. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on here. Man, where is it at? And this is the problem with getting old. I believe it's in Zechariah where it says, for all of the nations that have burdened themselves with the land over there, man. I'm gonna find it before the show is over with. I gotta think a little bit. I'm gonna find it before the show is over with, but I agree with you wholeheartedly on what it is that you just said about that situation, because what is happening is that America and Israel both they are breeding fire. They are fueling fire to the situation. America is already hated by the majority of the world. I think one thing that we really need to understand is that America is small compared to the rest of the world.
Right.
Very minimum, small group of people, everything. And not only are we small, we are so different from the rest of the world. We're small and we're different. We're kind of ostracized over here. We are for real what you would call a black sheep. And the only thing that has allowed America to survive for the last 250 years is how they have operated and made themselves what you would call the pinnacle or the greatest. But they did it how? Through war and fear and theft and murder. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the words that I'm saying is repetitive, but what has happened though, all of the other nations, while America was steady stealing and killing and committing bloodshed, these other nations was building together to get to a point to where they can actually fight the giant. And so the ox said a mouthful. You got all of these. I think it was up to like what 2.1 million people that has been displaced.
That's what I'm saying. Two point, and that's
So,
no
go ahead.
2.1 million people that's been displaced and had to go to surrounding countries.
Exactly. You got to answer for that at some point. You have got to answer for that. And your answer has got to be correct, because if your answer is not correct, you got that 2.1 that is building a case against you, which is a people that already don't like you. So it ain't going to be hard to topple the mess. When I was younger, we had these two little things, man. We'll draw a line, cross the line, or that first baddest one knock the stick off your shoulder. I don't know if y'all did stuff like that. This kind of stuff we did. You know what I'm saying? We getting to that point right now, man. All of this big stuff that this administration is talking, at some point you're gonna have to put your money where your mouth is. You're gonna have to prove your weight, because they've been a con.
And here it is. Check this out. Here's a little tidbit of information I seen. This is the domestic reaction. A 2025 poll indicated that 6 out of 10 Americans, or 62%, opposed a U.S. takeover of Gaza, while 15% supported it. Some members of the Trump administration have since attempted to walk back or clarify elements of the plan. The plan was deemed Project Sunrise, which aimed to turn Gaza into a high-tech freedom zone. Boy.
Yo, he picking fights. He is picking fights everywhere, man. He is picking fights everywhere. Yo, oh man, I'm still looking for what I'm looking for. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Y'all don't worry. Before this show over with, I'm gonna find it. You got something to add to this show? But not.
No, I think y'all done said it all. I mean, there's not much more to. At this point, pretty much like everything else, it is what it is.
It sure is. Yeah. It is what it is, and the Gregorian 2026 is gonna be a doozy.
It is.
Now that I can say for sure.
It's gonna be a doozy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, for the last 5 years, they've been slowly giving us different things. We've already seen what's starting to happen, and I didn't mention this on the recap, but I think we have seen the best and worst that AI has to bring. So that's something else that I think we need to be paying attention to, because I can't tell you how many stories, how many videos, how many different things have come up where you are literally trying to figure out, is this real or is this AI? Right. I mean, everything from music to AI actors to voiceovers.
It's getting crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's absolutely absurd to where these AI images is now starting to look like our dreams. Mm-hmm. Like, you know how you be dreaming and in your dream it just be weird stuff. You be getting chased by somebody and your legs feel like spaghetti, but you run into a store and it be people you thought you knew and you asking them where to go, but they looking at you like you're crazy. That's what these AI images. It be weird stuff like you say. You be trying to figure out if it's real or not, and then it's like your mind get bogged down and get foggy, and you get fatigued within 10 seconds. Your brain is
figure it out.
Crazy, yeah, man, it's wild, yo.
This AI technology for real is so dangerous, and I've been saying this on this show for a long time that I truly believe it's going to cause a lot of fallouts in families. It's going to cause people to be unalived in different situations. It's going to cause people to get incarcerated. And with all of that being said, these things are going to happen all based on a lie. Because right now they're still gathering information on all of us. Mm-hmm. And the more information that they gather, the better their AI technology is going to get. I clicked into a website today. It was a news article. I think it was LA Times. And before they even let me read the article, they was pretty much telling me that, yo, we need you to understand that we are going to use your information, blah, blah, blah. And if you don't agree to it, you can't. So how many times do you see stuff like that and you just click just because you want to do what it is that you want to do, not understanding that you just gave up your image, likeness, name, and all of that to the beast, man.
Well, also think about all of if you pay attention on Facebook, you know how people like to get on Facebook and do those pictures, and it like modifies significantly what they look like. Like, you know, I mean, it look like you, but everybody knows that's not really you.
Right.
That type of technology, you're not going to be able to go anywhere and do anything ever and they're not going to know who you are. You're putting your image out there over and over and over and over again for them to be able to use how they see fit. Just like you said, people want to go through those different platforms, profiles, and you click agree, and not reading the fine print because you just want to get to the meat of whatever it is you're doing, not realizing you have basically given them permission to do any and everything they can with your likeness.
I watched AI Bible stories. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but they're really, really great.
Yeah.
The last one I just watched was Joshua. And I was telling my wife, how about Rahab was Nicki Minaj? So just like Nicki Minaj, man. I said, well, you know what? I ain't gonna say that was Nicki. I said that was Shaka Khan. This is me talking to myself, because if you ever seen Nicki and Shaka Khan,
they look alike.
Young Shaka Khan,
she did.
Like Shaka Khan came back as Nicki Minaj. This is scary, man. But I brought that up to say that we give up our images so much that one of these days you're gonna be on YouTube looking at an AI something, you're gonna see yourself, and you're gonna be wondering, how did they get that? Well, because
you gave it up.
You've been playing the game with them all of this time. You've been giving it up. You know what I'm saying? And so we need to be cautious, because I'm gonna ask this question and I'm gonna leave it alone. When have the wicked of Job 9:28, when have they ever done anything that's going to be a benefit to you? Everything that they do and everything that they touch, they end up destroying it, and they use it for evil. This AI is going to be a monster.
Yeah, definitely.
Monster. I found what I was looking for too. Zechariah chapter 12. I told you I was gonna find it, man.
Zechariah 12.
Zechariah chapter 12. I just started verse 1, man. Get the whole context here, because what's happening over there, we do need to pay attention, man. In my opinion, we need to pay attention to what's happening on the east more than over here anyway, because that's where the Most High has always dealt with the east. We over here in captivity, man. We trying to get back to freedom, man. Listen to what I'm saying, man. You ain't got to agree with it, but just listen to what I'm saying. But chapter 12 is the word of the Most High for Israel said, Ahaya, which stretches forth the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth and formeth the spirit of man within him. He said, behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people around about, when they shall be in the siege, both against Judah and against Jerusalem. He said, and in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be what?
Cut in pieces.
Though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it. That's what's happening over there right now, man. Everybody's trying to get them a piece. Everybody in the Most High saying, look, all y'all that's trying to get y'all a piece over here, y'all just going together right here. It's kind of like you put something sweet in your yard and watch all the ants come. You want them to you can kill them.
Right. That's
it. What we read right there.
That's it. That's it.
What we read right there. Yep.
Powerful scripture.
Yup. So man, that brother said he want to take over Gaza, and that's what this thing has been about the whole time. They want to take over Gaza. They want to put a resort over there, hotels. They want to put casinos. You know what I'm saying? He is on a quest right now. If you pay attention to him, to take over everything, anything that he can get.
Yeah, because just think, if you start having NFL, NBA, Olympics in Gaza. That's what they plan in these resorts and these hotels and these attractions, so they can eventually have that type of stuff over on that strip or in Israel, and then have plenty of investors.
Yep. That's
like
exactly
what like Zechariah said. Everybody have a piece. Everybody. You can invest, have a piece of it.
Yep. Yep. That y'all trying to take something that don't belong to y'all. Y'all trying to possess something that don't belong, that I never meant for it to belong to you. And when you look at what Nathan Benjamin is doing over there, I was just telling my wife that too. Because they claim to be Israel and the seed of Jacob, they are trying to spin off that we just trying to clear out this land because that's what the Most High want us to do anyway. Because if you go read Joshua and Judges, that's what he told them. Go run out the Jebusites, go run out the Canaanites, go run out. You see what I'm saying? And so he is trying to but because we know who we are, and you can't learn who you are without learning who they are. Right. You know that what they doing, they ain't working in the strength of the Most High, like Joshua was, like Moses was, like Caleb was. Y'all about to get tore off the bone, homeboy.
I was just about to say
about to happen to y'all.
That's exactly what's about to happen. The Most High gonna tear it off the bone.
Off the bone, yo.
Barbecue.
That part, yeah.
Barbecue flavor.
Yeah, that part, man. Yeah, let's keep it going, man. But now you're gonna have to keep up with the time too, so we don't miss it. Yeah, we won't miss the Beyond Critical Race Theory segment, man. So also, man, I hate to keep going Trump to Trump though, man. But that brother did so much
in 2025.
He did a whole show on 2025 on nothing but Trump. So I cut myself. I did want to bring this in. Remember when that dodo head said that we need to make Canada the 51st state? Remember that, man? Doing a tariff war between Canada and U.S., man. And it was at that moment that I said to myself, we got a big dummy in the White House, man. That's what I said. We got a big dummy in the White House.
Yeah, something ain't right with him. Something ain't right.
It was at that moment that I said, yeah, this dude is for real crazy. And the thing is that, you know, sometimes people say stuff, man, that's crazy, but you can tell that they be joking. Trump be dead donkey.
Jeez.
Who really say stuff, man?
Dead serious.
Who's gonna check him at this point? Nobody has.
Yep. No, none of the Congress. Just like this whole Trump's Kennedy Center naming stuff, you know, the John F. Kennedy Art Center, where they have a lot of concerts and things going on, and it's a pop culture stuff in there that it's almost like a museum. Well, you know, in December, Trump added his name to it, and the Christmas and the New Year's concert, the artists are boycotting. Well, he's suing the artists for boycotting. And then on top of that,
what kind of president?
Kennedy's the great granddaughter passed away.
Right.
Trump mocked the family. So how did you get your name put on the same building as his great granddaughter, and you're mocking?
And you mocking the family.
That is like, bruh. Again, like, and I was adding that to agree with, nobody's gonna stop him. Congress.
Think he having a mental breakdown?
No, he just being him.
Who he is.
Yeah, he's just being him. And he is the mirror of what America has been for years. It was just time to hold that mirror up to everybody. So now,
as Paul said, the man of sin is being revealed.
The man of lawlessness is being revealed. So, and my last point on all of that, what you were saying and what I was saying, what Sis was saying is nobody's going to stop him. Congress is supposed to be the ones that the ballroom. Congress has to pass that for legislation. Adding your name to a federal building, Congress is supposed to do this. But guess what? Crickets. They ain't said nothing. You know why? Like we said a couple episodes ago, it ain't the fact that they scared of Trump. Oh, they may be, but they scared of his supporters. They do not. January 6th scared the devil out of them people. And they say if his supporters are bold enough to come to DC and break into this Capitol and go into Pelosi and other people's office to do something to him, they'll do it again and be out for blood this time. So, like Sis said, nobody's gonna stop him. That's why he's doing it.
He knows that.
He knows
that. 'Cause
Yeah, he's not even the least bit worried about it.
Okay.
When we say he stood out there and said, man, my people will follow me through whatever. I can go out here and literally kill anybody and they'll still love me. He knows that, man. This is why he bombing ships without agreeing. Like everything that he's doing right now, he's doing on his own, on his own accordance. You know what I'm saying? It's because I want to. That's what he's doing right now, man.
Congress was supposed to approve that too. This Venezuela thing. That's why they want film and footage of the bombers, because they were supposed to say yay or nay and be able to fund it. He just did it on his own.
He just did it on his own. Yep. He just did it on his own. Everything he did, he just did it on his own, man.
That's Trump.
That joke is a wildfire for real.
He got exactly in office who they wanted to have in office. Right. Somebody who was going to go unchecked. Somebody who didn't mind saying the hard stuff. The stuff that they all been wanting to say, but because they're politicians, they've been, sugarcoat the things that they say. Trump, he lay it all out there. He tell you exactly who he is.
Do you guys think that Trump has been an experiment?
Yeah, I do. He was an implant.
So if this is an experiment, man, that means that this ain't the worst it's gonna get. That means because what they saying is that we are going. That's the problem with too much entertainment, too much information taken, right? Because like we talk about, we got Beyond Critical Race Theory as a segment of the show because Trump wanted to do away with the teachings of, you know what I'm saying, of the past and things that was in to happen. That's the problem when you allow stuff like that to go and you don't fight back, push back. There has never been a change in no system or no nation without some type of friction. It has to be friction. You dig what I'm saying? And I think that the people nowadays don't want any pushback, any friction. We just want peace because they've been yelling that for so long. So whatever it takes for us just to happen, we good with that. That's why when they come with, we need to do this. Oh yeah, if that's what we need to do, that's what we agree with too much.
Yep.
They seeing that we are agreeing with everything, and Trump was like a test. I tell my wife and my daughter all the time, and even my kids, when it comes to men relationship, a man is only going to do what you allow him to do.
Yep.
And he's seeing what we are allowing. Dang, they just keep pushing it. Well, what if we do this, sir?
Yep.
Well, what if we do this? Oh, you know what, I think we got some suckers.
Yep.
Well, that's what they did with D-Block 91, right?
Yep.
They kept pushing things. Let's try. Let's see if we can get them to wear masks. Let's see if we can get them to social distance. Let's see if we can get them to stay in the house. Let's see if we can get them to do all of their ordering online. Everything that they tried to do was a social experiment, and most of Americans bought it lock, stock, and barrel, or the country and the other countries as well. They bought it lock, stock, and barrel.
But there was a point the people could have stopped a lot of this BS.
Yep.
We done past that point now. We ain't got no power to stop them.
Nope. It's the point of no return. You ain't no going back.
Yeah.
It was no longer a government of the people. It was a government of the elite.
Yeah.
Right. They don't work for us to serve us. We serve them. We work for them.
100%.
And I think it's been set up to be like that in this day and time for a long time. For a long time. They've been at this for a long time.
It's been 1912.
War 1912.
It's 1912. It's been getting to this point right here, man. That's why they play a long game. They play a game of waiting. They don't have to rush Their agendas.
No.
And they always seem to have, when one die off, they always seem to have somebody that's going to be able to keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right, what you got next?
Kendrick Lamar was a hot topic, man, in 2025 as well, man.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was one of the most talked about artists in music. And it was being driven by the ongoing effect of the song Not Like Us, right? Which became the longest charting rap song ever, spending more than 50 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100.
Mhm.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
That's a long time. It said this song topped charts after Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance, which was watched by more than 133.5 million viewers, man.
Wow.
We know that when a person reaches that type of success, that it was granted to them. Right?
Yeah, there's certain things that come with that.
Yeah, it was granted to him. Why at that particular time was it for Kendrick Lamar? Was it more to bring him in, usher him in, or was it more to start bringing down Drake? You know what I'm saying? Because Drake was when he liked the butt of that song too. So,
yeah, he was. It was a diss record, but what happened? We talked about this. I want to say last week. What happened was both of what you just said was, the record industry has been bleeding money for years. So to elevate Kendrick, but to bring down Drake, they still, with that being said, that was supposed to be just entertainment. It was for entertainment only. But we talked about it last week. What they did not realize that the people was going to do, there was going to be a shift. And true hip hop was going to be a hunger for that again. That's what they didn't expect to happen. They didn't expect that. And that's why it stayed at the top
so long.
2 weeks, because the one thing, and I tell people all the time, you may miss one line out of the word. You may miss one line out of life. If you're distracted and not paying attention, the Most High could give you one line that can tie this whole thing together. And the one line out of all that made this song or made him have a phenomenal year and made the term Not Like Us stick out was that he called Drake a colonizer, and it stuck. It stuck. That was the moment that made this like, wait a minute, this is bigger than us. Oh, we tired of this YN street culture. Let's start wearing button downs and quarter zips again for the 17, 18 to 20-year-olds. Yeah, let it not just be a movement, but let us get real with this thing again. Let it become art again. And I told you, Papoose, Bars on Wheels, man, if y'all ain't heard that, my gosh, man, just it's hip hop.
Yeah.
And what happened, there was a shift. So now all of the trap and the gutter music is fading out, and you're about to have conscious rap and truth music be at the top. And that's why this Kendrick Lamar, They Not Like Us moment, that one line about Drake being a colonizer, that did it. That made the whole thing just feel more than a movement. It felt more than a moment. It felt like they not like us. We us again. And this is and now you figure why no protests. We ain't out in the streets marching on this and that. I also think this whole Nicki Minaj and Market thing was a way to try to get us out in the streets. And us, we like, nah, it ain't working. We just chilling.
We cool.
We good. So to answer that, I think it's not a reset shift, but it's a repent. And I wish that the us from young to old, old to young will repent and get to this Bible. But if it has to happen in phases, that's fine. But I truly think our souls and ruachs are starting to truly repent and get back to the true meaning of what we found ourselves again. Like that's what I just said. So yeah, that was, I mean, to me, that was the moment that this thing took and stayed on the hip hop charts for a whole year.
Well said, man. Hold on. I got something for that, man. I got something for that. Hold on. That brother there just preached. That brother just preached. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is that?
Also, that the hand claps.
That's the hand clap.
All praise to the Most High, man.
Yeah, that
All
brother
praise to the Most
got that
High.
thing got for real, man.
All praise to the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah,
praise to the Most High.
you can put some more music on over there, Miss DJ. I was kind of digging that in my ear, man.
Yeah. that hillside playing.
That's my nation.
Ohio State just scored as well too. It's 14-7. 14-7.
Yeah, they did. I saw that. Yep, I saw that. What's happening, man? We are decolonizing ourselves.
Yes, that
We are becoming decolonized. Brother said his name was, I'm finna tell you his name. I'm finna tell you what his name is. His name is France Fanon. He said that the chains on your mind are way more, and I'm paraphrasing this, but the chains that's on our minds is way more detrimental than the chains that they put on our hand.
Man, come on, bro.
He say, so before we can start decolonizing, we gotta first decolonize mentally, and that's what's happening right now.
That's it.
And I know a lot of us bruised might disagree with what I'm about to say, but this is facts. All of us are not waking up to the fact that we Hebrew right now.
Right.
You're just waking up to what Houston the Brew said a little bit earlier. Where's that comment at, man? Where's that comment at?
I think it's the true meaning of we have found ourselves. That's bro.
That's what we went. And so with us finding ourselves again, the Ruach is going to go through and start touching certain individuals. Go back and read Paul when he talks about the elect and the predestined. Everybody not predestined. Everybody is not the elect, even though all of us are the sons of Jacob. All of us is not just going to get the truth. But if enough of us get back to learning ourselves again, we can still come together as a people and whoop heads on those who have colonized us mentally, man.
That's it. Repent. That's what if not reset. Because if I reset the Mario game because I was losing, it just goes back. I can do it all over again, and I don't have to feel the brunt of failing and have to get back up. That's what a reset do. So you don't never want to reset. But if you repent, just like if I refill a glass of water, what was already in the glass if I'm refilling it? Water was already there. So like he said, the predestiny or getting back to ourselves, getting back to what we know, when the Most High shared it with us before we became a thought and an idea in our parents' mind and came into this world, we was with the Most High. He told Jeremiah.
That's right.
David said, I was curiously wrought in the lower parts of the earth. Come on, man. That's more than just, all right, I'm done.
You good. That's why I shut up. That's why I shut up. You know how many of us is getting back to herbs, natural healings and remedies? This is not just like when we start waking up to we the seed of Jacob. That wasn't just happening. That was already predestined for our generation for it to come. Everything happens in the season that it gets hot in June, July, and August. Why? Because it's summer. It's supposed to. When the awakening started happening, that's when it was supposed to. And stuff works in shifts and in times, man.
Right.
And there's so many of us is waking. And so what does that mean? Why did I use herbs and getting back to nature? Because there are so many of us is getting away from what? Trusting what the doctor said, because we're realizing that the doctors is doing what? Killing us, man.
Right.
We going back to how Mimo used to take care of us.
Right.
How Gwen used to take care of us. We going back to that, man. I've never in my life, in the 52 years that I'm living, I've never heard so much talk coming out of melanated people about parasites. We learned what parasites are, what they do to the body, and not only what they are and what they do to the body, but how to get rid of them. And I don't care what nobody say, parasites ain't nothing but demons.
That's what they are. They're the true manifestation of a spiritual demon. That's right.
We live with them. It's like the brother said in the video that I was looking at not long ago. We looking for aliens when we walking amongst aliens right now, full of parasites.
Right.
But they affect your sleep. They affect your character. They affect your relationships. They affect everything about you, man. And so what God doing? He bringing us back around full circle, getting rid of these parasites so that he can commune with his people.
He can sup and dine. That's it, and
mama.
That's it. That's it, and this is why. And again, Kendrick Lamar, no, he's not a brew. He said he was. He said before, I'm no longer black. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. He said that. But whether he's fully into it or not, that's a whole nother topic for another day. But what has happened is all the stuff that the Brews been preaching and teaching on the corners, that we've been saying on this podcast for years, these young folk with that Kendrick Lamar last year, what happened was everything that we've been saying, they finally was like, wait a minute, all of these cliches and sayings, the OG's been saying it's actually true. And we've been like, yes. Now was the time we're like, yes, this is what we've been saying. So now, that's why these YNs is like, yo, this street culture is done. I'm done with the drill music. It's time to get back to ourselves. Let me learn about these herbs. See what they do. Maybe heal myself, get these parasites out of my body and get healthy so that I can have a long life.
I was telling it might have been last week, because I've been listening to True Hip. I'm a hip hop head, like a hip hop head. And so I go through cycles where I listen to different music, because I love music. I go through a cycle where I'm listening to nothing but funk for about 3 or 4 weeks. Then I'll be on an R&B for another 3 or 4 weeks. When I lock in on something, I lock in. And so I done locked in on hip hop back in the day, hip hop, 80s, 90s, East Coast on top of that hip hop, right? I've been on my Tribe Called Quest and my EPMD and my Eric Sermon, you know what I'm saying? Them here lately, right? And I was telling the Ock, what's crazy is that Tribe Called Quest, that these brothers have been telling us that we are the seed of Jacob for years, and we were not listening to them. Just so much. Rakim, exactly. I've been on this here lately, and all of them brothers in New York have been telling us that we are Israel.
For a long time.
Go back and listen to their music, man. They've been telling us, and this is one of the reasons why them Jews had to hurry up and do something and infiltrate our music, because just think, if they had to let that music go unchecked for all of these years, nigga, it ain't nothing they would have been able to do with us, man. Owning what they own right now. They'd have been the ones at the bottom. It's all it takes. Somebody put Willie Lynch name up in there earlier, man. All it takes is for us to have a small inkling of who we are. That's what Willie Lynch said. You better not let that slave have any idea who he is and where he come from, because the small inclination of it is gonna drive something in him. And once he learn, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing with him.
And ain't it ironic that even Willie Lynch wrote the letter, the inkling, the small inkling that the Octans mentioned, that even Willie Lynch and they know it goes all the way back to the Most High. So guess what the small inkling is? The seed.
That's it.
That's the seed. He said if they have a seed of who they are, it's gonna germinate and grow. And now we're starting to see. And that's why
they see it.
They see it. That's why that stayed on the hip hop charts. Yes, it was the song, but it was the message. They not like us. He said, Drake, you a colonizer. So everybody was like, whoa, what does that mean? And started doing some digging and researching. It was like, oh, that's what he means.
Yo.
Okay, I see.
That's why I refuse to listen to. I don't listen to Beastie Boys. I don't listen to Third Bass, even though they made some all right music. I ain't gonna lie and say that they didn't, but I don't, because I know why they came about. We didn't need no Beastie Boys. We didn't need no Third Bass. We didn't need them. They created for the same reason they created what Backstreet Boys and another. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got no addition. What we need them for?
Yeah, that was all. That was all Rick Rubin trying to be Russell Simmons, trying to outdo Russell Simmons.
I refuse to listen to them white boys, man. I do. Yeah, and you can say what you want to say. You can feel how you want to feel about it. I don't listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm good. I'm straight. I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's not a diss on their music. We just did not need it, man.
It wasn't for us.
Nah, never. It was never for us.
They tried to be us, but it wasn't for us.
Yup. So that was it, man. Kendrick Lamar. Where we at, baby? We ready for Beyond?
Sir, I was giving you one last opportunity to get your last little in there, and then I was gonna turn it over to Ayo. So
one of my favorite segments of the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where we step into our classroom and learn our past, present, and future. That's right. Let's dive in. Dive into what the world calls beyond critical race theory and what we call beyond critical race and culture facts. With no further ado, let's get it. Yeah, man, beyond critical race theory, or what we like to call it, our transcendental essential heritage facts. Before I go on, shouts out to the chat, everybody rocking with us. Project Wake Up Jacob, Brother Solomon Ford and Edwina Ford, appreciate y'all for being here, man, and tapping in with us. I know we had y'all on the interviewed y'all, had y'all on the show. What was that? The first Drip and Sip? We went Drip and Sip 4.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah. So appreciate y'all tapping in, man. But yes, this is the last live beyond critical race theory, transcendental essential heritage facts. But we're going to be coming back on, tapping in, a couple times a month, or at least once a month moving forward, to give you to keep bringing this to you, because we know we love going into the classroom to learn about what they've tried to take out of the classroom in the secular markets. But we know here in this truth, we bring you the facts. So today, for our last one, man, we got to love y'all too, fam, man. A great family over there, the Ford family, man. We love y'all, bro. This is another good one. We're going to celebrate the life of a lady I've never heard of, and digging this story up was great to hear. Anybody ever heard of Elizabeth Mom Bet Freeman? Yeah, never heard of, but we're about to learn. Mom Bet was W.E.B. Du Bois' great-grandmother. As a free woman, she took up the name Elizabeth Freeman. Check this out. Freeman was among the first enslaved so-called Black Americans in Massachusetts to file a freedom suit and win in court listen to this year, the 1780 Constitution with a ruling that slavery was illegal. In 1780?
Hmm.
Wow, right. Why we've never heard of this, I don't
Right.
know. Her county court case, Brom and Bett versus Ashley, which you can look up in Google right now, was decided in August of 1781, was cited as a precedent in the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court appeal review of Quock Walker's freedom suit. When the state Supreme Court upheld Walker's freedom under the Constitution, the ruling was considered to have informally ended slavery in the state of Massachusetts. Elizabeth Freeman was illiterate and left no written records of her life. Her early history has been pieced together from the writings of contemporaries to whom she told her story or who heard it indirectly, as well as from historical records.
Hmm.
Freeman was born into slavery around 1742 at the farm of Pierre Honchboom in Claverack, New York, where she was given the name Bett, B-E-T-T. When his daughter Hannah married John Ashley of Sheffield, Massachusetts, Hodgeboom gave Bett, then in her early teens, to them. She remained with them until 1781, during which time she married and had a child, Betsy. Her husband, name unknown, marriage unrecorded, never returned from service in the Revolutionary War. Throughout her life, Mom Bett exhibited a strong spirit and sense of herself. She came into conflict with Hannah Ashley, who was raised in the strict Dutch culture of the New York colony. That's Belgium. Everybody know about King Leopold,
Mhm.
Mills chopping off with machetes of the hands and legs of the in the Congo. In 1780, Bett prevented Hannah from striking her daughter Betsy with a heated shovel. They used to heat up shovels. But Elizabeth shielded her daughter and received a deep wound in her arm. As the wound healed, Bett left it uncovered as evidence of her harsh treatment. Bett sought the counsel of Theodore Sedgwick, a young abolition minded lawyer, to help her sue for freedom in court. When the jury ruled in Bett's favor, she became the first African American woman to be set free under the Massachusetts state constitution. The court assessed damages of 30 shillings and awarded her compensation for their labor. After the ruling, Bett took the name Elizabeth Freeman.
Wow.
So 1781, she won the Supreme Court case to be a free woman. 1781.
Wow.
Yeah, I enjoyed that story. And there's more about her. It's just that, like they said, her life has been pieced together because she couldn't read or write.
Mhm.
So unfortunately, she didn't have a lot of records from herself. It was a lot of things that people pieced together with, different records of slave owners and, other people had records. But man, that moved me to learn that this young lady in 1781 won that court case and compensation. And this is why they don't want to talk about reparations, because that Brom, Brom, go look it up. Brom and Bett versus Ashley. You can Google it. And like the article said, it set a
Damn.
precedent. So that in itself, if she won that, guess what? In 2025, we should win it too in court.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
That's why they don't want to talk about reparations.
That's right.
So
Right.
Elizabeth Mom Bett Freeman, y'all. What y'all
That's
think
why
about
they
that?
want to take this type of learnings out of school too, because
Right.
take is for us to start going back. That's how they
Right.
win cases anyway in court. Is they go back on old cases. This
Yep.
is what they
That's
do.
why they're called
Right.
precedents.
Exactly.
I was just about to say it. It said that this was cited, cited, as
Yeah.
a precedent. That's lawyer talk.
Right.
Yep.
There was a document in 1774 because I heard you say that she said that slavery was illegal. Am I correct?
Yep. It said that was cited
In
as a precedent.
1774 and the document stated that no slavery of any kind would take place within North America. true document. And I think a lot of the times people get this thing confused with the Civil War, and I went and Googled it, and the Civil War, of course, was in the 1800s, but I still had to go back to go make for sure. You got to understand that there was actually two countries here in North America. You had America, which was North, when you had the Confederates, and I don't know what they was called other than the Confederate, but that was a whole nother country. That was not all the United States.
Right.
And so slavery in America was illegal during that particular time. That's why we would leave the South and try to make our way to the North, because it was illegal up there. And this is what America was fighting for, which was to bring all of the states, or which was at that time territories, or i.e. countries. It was the country of Texas.
Yep.
Louisiana. They had their own constitution. They had their own laws. This is what it was, man. They wanted to do away with that and bring everything up under the same umbrella. And that's why Abraham Lincoln said that I ain't got the right to abolish slavery even if I wanted to. You dig what I'm saying? Right. So I love stuff like that because it be small bits in that. And I think you just said it a while ago, it could be one thing to bring everything full circle. And when you said that made me think about something that I read, and it made me go back and find it, man. It was just that one thing right there. All praises, man. And that same 1774, 1781, I think you said.
Yep.
Right there. So she wasn't lying. Slavery, and she was in where? Massachusetts. America.
Yep.
In America.
In America.
Yeah, come on, America. If you were down south, you wasn't really in America during that particular time.
That was a whole other country.
Whole other country.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Awesome.
All praises.
Yeah.
All praises to the Most High.
Man, coming through with them Beyond Critical Race Theories. I think I'm gonna miss that one. Miss this segment of everything, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. So on the thing of music, but nothing, we gonna stay right there, right? Because there was something that went on, and this is what my age shows. My age shows, right? This is where, the young people get together, they get to talking, and I sit over there. I don't know what they're talking about. Don't know. So I'm gonna be leaning a lot on y'all on this one, but we had a visitor over to our house not long ago, young. How old is he? The nephew.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
The nephew.
The 7-year-old or the 17-year-old?
7-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Work with me.
I got two nephews.
Work with me now.
Yeah, and he just kept saying 6'7", 6'7".
Oh, that one. Okay, you should have led with what you were going to talk about.
That's what you doing, 6'7", 6'7". I didn't know what the boy talking about. I thought the boy got stuck. I was like, is he like a jukebox? Somebody book that boy, because he just 6'7".
7.
The boy is stuck. Tick him, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, not stuck.
The boy stuck. He gotta be stuck, man.
Oh my Lord, boy.
Well, I didn't know, right? And so this here was a deal that was going on, not so much because I knew about it, but Ayob knew about it, and he brought it up, and he said, we might need to mention this here because this is something that was circulating in 2025, and so, of course, I got to go do some homework on it. That gum song name is it Doop Doop? Bro.
Doop Doop.
Have y'all heard that?
Yes.
Now, this is drill music.
Yeah, it's drill. It's drill music.
This is drill music, and it became a trend in the viral music from the internet. Now, let me get this together here. 6'7", it became very popular, and we had mentions in shows like South Park, in games like Fortnite, and Overwatch 2. McDonald's even released a promotion for 6-7. 6-7 found its ways even in the politics, in the political world. High-ranking officials such as the British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, mentioned 6-7. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance even mentioned 6-7. This goes to let you know that this drill music, gangster music, and stuff like this, this stuff comes from higher up places. It don't just pop up, man. If you want roses in your garden, you got to go out there and plant seeds in the garden to produce the gardens. They wanted garbage in our neighborhoods. They went out there and planted the seeds in our neighborhood, and therefore garbage started producing. Listen to J.D. Vance, okay? This stuff comes out from somewhere, right? But my question is that what are they drilling? They don't call this stuff drill music for no reason.
Right.
What are they drilling? And I'm asking this honestly. What are they drilling with this 6-7? What is it? What in the HE double hockey stick is 6-7? I listened to the song and I was like, bro, this
it's got ritualistic tones in it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
6 is the preceding number, 7 is what's after it. 6 plus 7 is 13, and you know America's fascination with the number 13, which in my thinking 13 would be a righteous number because it was 12 disciples plus the Mashiach. That's where I think though. Secular world is Friday the 13th, woo! But so Skrilla was the Philadelphia rapper where that song Doot Doot went viral, and yeah, it's got a lot of ritualistic, demonic tones in it.
Sounds demonic.
Yeah, it's references to a lot of things that you do when a lot of satanic chants, a lot of incantations, and we know what our culture talk about those chants and those incantations, vain babblings, not a prayer to communicate to the Father from your heart. It's just something that you chant to conjure up something. So again, what they tried to do was that got into a pop culture, and like you said, it wasn't just. It was in sports with LaMelo Ball for the Charlotte Hornets. He is 6'7" tall. So they referenced that. J.D. Vance and politicians referenced it. So it just found its way, and people didn't really know what they was doing. And I knew that this thing was getting out of hand. I was watching a basketball game, bro, and the basketball game, they had some kind of kids field trip. Some kind of elementary school was doing some kind of Halloween drive. It was Halloween night, and I was watching TV, and they had the basketball game, and the score was 65-60. And the team that had 65, I can't even remember who it was, they went to the foul line, bruh. So with 2 foul shots, they hit both foul shots, and the kids start screaming and yelling when the player hit 66.
Right.
I'm thinking like, boy, if this player, if he make this foul shot, they're gonna lose it, bro. When he made that foul shot and hit 6-7, bro, they lost it. I'm talking about screaming, falling out, and I was like, this. I was like, it's just
had at a women's college game. The legit.
That's what it was.
That's lost their mind. Even the coach was sitting down there going 6-7, 6-7.
I'm like, what? So again, they just don't understand. They're referencing a song that was made about killing and unaliving and glorifying it.
Exactly what it was. When I listened to it today, I had to go listen to it. And I was like, this is crazy, man. The lyrics in this song, and it's called a mantra. That's what it is.
That's it, a mantra. That's it.
Mantra. You know what I'm saying? And very demonic, man.
Yep.
I think it's a part of the Indian culture,
Yep.
mantras, and that's what they did with a lot of. That's what drill music is. I do know what drill. I'm not that old that I don't know what drill music is.
Yeah.
I do know what drill music, but I never heard doop doop. It's not a whole lot of drill music that I have heard, if any. But I know I had never heard doop doop, but when I listened to it, I was like, I can see how it can overtake you because I understand frequencies.
Yeah.
I understand these things and I understand. And you got to think too that this younger generation, they stay under the influence so much too. So you would, and I got stories of when I was younger. I've shared with my family. I'm not going to share any of them here, but I have stories of when I was younger, when I was influenced and some of the music that I was listening to that wasn't necessarily drill music. And I know what kind of mood it put me in.
Yep.
So imagine being under the influence of what they under now. Listen to that.
Yeah, that.
Bro,
yeah.
You can understand why they do some of the stuff that they do.
Right.
That's absolutely. That stuff is straight from the pits of hell.
And it's strong, man. It's strong to break. Once it seems like it takes hold in the culture, it's hard for people to break out of it.
Right.
And next thing you know, they be doing all kind of stuff just to go viral. That's what it's for.
Yeah, just to go viral.
Just to go viral. Like even now, somebody can be in distress on the highway, car wreck, road rage, and instead of getting help, guess what everybody doing? Filming.
Yeah, they got the
Everybody got a phone filming. And I'm like, people be like, yo, put the phone, call for help. What are you doing filming? And it's right. Like the ox say, it's triggering every piece of music. Listen, we could do a whole show off Aleister Crowley, Robert Plant, from Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, all those rock bands in the 60s and 70s, they will tell you Robert Bowie, David Bowie, he's no longer with us, but he will tell you, Bob Dylan, they tell you that, yeah, we write these songs from a higher entity, and it ain't the Most High that they talk about.
Metatron is the name of the entity that they be dealing with, man.
Right.
What's his name? The dude, Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana tell you too. He'll
tell you, man, that he'll go into a dark room, nothing in it, man, and he will channel into Metatron. He would listen to Metatron. And you know what I'm saying? I'm so transparent that maybe sometimes it's my downfall. But bro, before I knew this information, Led Zeppelin.
Listen,
Led Zeppelin.
Stairway to Heaven, bro. That's
as
a musician, I love those rock bands. What's the other? The Eagles. The Eagles. The Eagles, another rock group.
You know what I'm saying? I rock with Queen. Pink Floyd.
I love the Eagles until I found out they was connected with Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan. That's when I was like, whoa, really?
Same thing with Erykah Badu. I don't listen to her no more, man. And
bro.
Badu music is dope. But I believe she'll full out witch. And my scripture tells me, suffer not a wish to live. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, and she's like, she a witch to the point she ain't even hiding it no more. She's like, I'm witch.
Right. Bruh, they have Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin, Old Boy from the Eagles, and different rock groups. They said they wrote a song that was in different parts of the world and had the exact same lyrics.
Come on now.
How does that happen?
Yo.
And now everybody's running around here singing this doot doot and 6/7.
Right.
Like what is
Exactly.
Exactly. It's crazy, man. But yeah. Another thing to leave in y'all Gregorian calendar 2025, leave 6/7 back there. But please leave Jet 2 Holiday. Please leave Jet 2 Holiday back in 2025.
Jet 2.
holiday.
Oh my gosh. You on a Jet 2 holiday?
A Jet 2 holiday.
Boy, if I see one more Jet 2 holiday, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah. Golly, that joint back.
Man, I got 3 more. Of course, we can't hit these next 3, man. So I'm gonna make mention.
Update 17-14, Ohio State is.
Yeah, I saw that. Hey, appreciate you. I got my eye over here for sure.
It's a game.
It's a game.
Oh wow. Oh Lord.
So, I'm doing updates here, and we're going to pick and choose which one we're going to just sit and talk about for our last 10. Trump did a full-out war on the Smithsonian Museum.
Man.
One of the things we was talking about tonight, man, he said that the Smithsonian was out of control, where everything discussed is how horrible our country is, how bad slavery was, and how unaccomplished the downtrodden have been. Nothing about success, nothing about brightness, nothing about future, he wrote. And there was a quote also from Trump's former lawyer, who is now the senior associate staff of secretary. He said that I think that there should be more overemphasis on how far we've come since slavery. Man, I wish I could say what I want to say, but I will not say it to that statement, because when you go, I'm gonna tell you this here. If you for real go and look at some of the stuff that they used to do to us,
man, bro,
during that particular time, man, you think that you know the bad. That's all you know is the bad, because you don't know the ugly. You know the ugly. Bro. They for real used to eat us.
Yes, absolutely.
They ate us. And for the life of me, what I don't understand is this. If we are so subhuman,
right,
so God forsaken,
right,
so this, you know, one of the main reasons they ate us, because they felt like we was medicinal, we would give them stronger life, that we would bring them by. How in the world could something so degenerate bring you vitality?
Cause you want me to tell you what I know. I don't believe. I don't think it. I know, and I'm gonna look in the camera. I know them folks knew for sure we were the people of the Most High. I know that for a fact.
Yeah,
I know it for a fact. It ain't. You can sit here, y'all. Folks can sit here and tell me till they blue in the face. No, it didn't. You guys were subhuman savages. We just wanted you to go back to Africa. Listen, if we went somewhere, y'all would die.
That's right.
Y'all need this melanin to survive. So I know for a fact they were dissecting us, cutting our women open to experiment, giving us syphilis, experimenting, because they knew these folks are divine. They have vitality, and we know a lot of these diseases and stuff we inject them with, they bodies reject it without medicine, period. They knew we were the children of the Most High. They knew it.
Right.
And they still know it.
Spirit in them that was causing them to do that to us. It was the complete opposite spirit of what we had that was causing them to do that to us, man.
You preaching.
They know.
You preaching. They know. And this is why, again, all this is, let's hope Donald Trump is the mirror of what America has always been. Let's remove all the stuff that makes us look bad. So it ain't the fact that it's bad stuff. It's just the stuff that makes y'all look bad. And they want the credit for it. Oh, we're the ones that ended slavery. So y'all want us to think that y'all just woke up one morning and felt bad and just say wanted to end it. No, you wanted to keep it going.
That's right. But so much to the point that you're trying to bring it back.
There you go. Make America great again. Trying to bring it back. Make America great again. We want to be able to do something to you without you protesting and having any say so about it. That's what MAGA is.
Yo, that is exactly what they're trying to do, man. This has been great, man. We had some other stuff I want to talk about, but we are not going to be able to get to it. I thank you, brother. I can't wait to to sit across from you again, because it's gonna come on another day for sure.
Definitely.
We love y'all, man.
Yeah,
y'all
we love you too, bro.
Great. Project Wake Up Jacob, man. I appreciate you stopping
Slow-mo.
us, showing us love tonight, man. But yeah, this series has been the end of a chapter.
Yeah.
Just to open up a whole nother book, y'all.
Yeah.
So stick with us. Stick with us. Anything y'all want to add before we get out? 5 minutes.
I want to say it's been great. I love y'all. Sure, Banav, y'all are my family. I appreciate y'all for letting me be a part of this. Again, I know we don't celebrate or acknowledge birthdays, but here in a couple hours, the Most High will allow me to see birthday number 48, and it's been special with y'all, man. And me and the wife, we're gonna let our hair down in the next couple days and get out of here and take a little vacation from ministry. But I love y'all. This has been one of the best experiences of my life. So I appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all.
Man, we appreciate you too. We appreciate you too. He didn't hear me, baby. So I'm gonna leave it alone.
What you say?
You letting your hair down. We're gonna see it.
Yeah. I'm letting it down. I'm gonna let it down.
I appreciate you guys in inviting me and allowing me to come sit with you guys and be part of this the show. It has been great for me. It has been special. I can't wait to see what we do next go round.
Yep. I'm excited. See what
I am too, man. I love y'all. I love you too, Ayob. Love you, Shaka Boom, and the whole house of Ayob Ben Yahoo. But not you have been great too. Great addition to the show. Yes. You helped us out a lot. I cannot tell you how much you helped us out.
Invaluable.
Being said.
Being said.